Thanks everyone for tuning in. We have prepared an interesting agenda for you today, and we would love to walk you through many things what are happening around the Dynamics ecosystem, around Dynamics 365 and business applications with accordance and according to Microsoft strategy, which we always like to follow through and follow. So all of the partners and us as Companial are remaining constantly up to date and are transforming our ecosystem as well as supporting to transform our end customers and their partners, of course. Therefore, this is the short version of the agenda. We are going to start from Georgios, who is joining and supporting us from Microsoft perspective. Then Amontas will talk a little bit more broader about AI services, how Companial is supporting partners and what the partners should know, and how to start, what could be the first steps establishing AI practices within your business application strategy and business portfolio. And then myself, Germantas, nice to meet you. I'm going to be host today, CEE regional lead from Companial. We'll walk you through what Companial and how Companial can support you within this never boring and ever everyday changing ecosystem within Microsoft business applications. So as always, as typical, we don't hesitate. Let us know if you have any questions. Post them in the IM window. We are there to help you. We are here to support you. We are here to answer your questions and clarify if anything is unclear. Therefore, once more, so it's going to be three of us presenting for you today. And with that, I'm passing over to a Senior Partner Development Manager at Microsoft for Business Application, Georgios. The floor is yours. You can take over, share your screen, and walk us through what's happening in the Dynamics market.
Thank you so much, Germantas. Hope that you can hear me crystal clear.
Can you we hear you and we see the screen.
Can see the screen? Great. So, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the invitation today to join this webinar. I would like to start with some points which I believe that are critical in terms of value proposition when we're talking about Microsoft Business Application. The first point which I would like me to tackle is how we can have in every discussion with our customers the main points which are, let's say, the most critical when we're talking about key differentiators of the platform. Apart from the number of customers, where you may see that currently we are standing at more than 500K organization across all industries globally, and percentage is related to 97% of Fortune 500 companies who are leveraging Microsoft Business Application. We need always to bring into the discussion the points where Microsoft Business Application comes first, like let's say a comprehensive suite where we include both CRM and ERP applications built on one data model. Then when we're talking about our Power Platform, where we have the world first adapted solution in terms of RPA, automation, and BI. And for sure, when it comes to AI and Copilot, the first platform globally, the first software vendor globally who incorporates Copilot and AI capabilities within both CRM, ERP, and for sure, low-code platform. Based on that, where I would like also to draw your attention is mainly the future-proof of the platform and why we strongly believe as Microsoft that mainly the main points, and let me open the full slide here, the main key advantages of the solution is related not only to an ERP or CRM platform, but mainly, first of all, related to the collaboration and how we can create into the organization of our customers a full ecosystem of different solutions who can communicate with each other, leveraging a single source of truth in order to flow the data within the organization, and at the same time to be able either to extend leveraging low-code platform or Power BI in order to have a better visualization and analytics, or a bot, and so on and so forth. So the main value proposition and what we need always to evangelize to our customers is mainly the power of platform, the power of data within the organization, and for sure how this could flow either from a CRM or an ERP level to a BI platform, to customize app leveraging low code and so on, or to additional capabilities related to AI, which we will also discuss on our coming points. On top of that, as we have already discussed, and you may have already seen in several presentations from Microsoft, AI is a key driver on our discussions currently. And why is that? Because it's mainly a transformative approach in order to be able to increase appetite for our customers or for our prospects when we're introducing the concept of Copilot in terms of how situation and how technology was before AI and how it will be transformed with AI now. So the main pitch point here is mainly that we are moving from the tools to a creative assistant, that we are moving from just finding data or just adding data into the system, receiving through recommendations the output in order to be able to evaluate that, get the insights, and be able to decide how we are moving forward. And all this, of course, by leveraging the natural language. And apart from that, the main points which we need always to adapt the pitch in front of a customer, it's mainly how we can innovate and shape the future of the business by leveraging three main principles. For sure, the business layer, which is mainly either CRM or ERP, where we mainly focusing on how we can leverage the platform to adapt and change faster. The low code, where we can for sure extend leveraging a standardized platform by Microsoft in order to be able either to proceed with automation, process simplification, reduction of complexity, and so on. And finally, the AI capabilities, which are there in order to support the productivity and efficiency for business users, for C-level executives, and so on. Therefore, there are different points, different standing points within the organization, different areas where we can keep a different approach in terms of value realization for a customer. And here you may see some examples from different line of business. If we are talking about sales, service, finance, supply chain, and so on, different type of percentages or different type of ROI coming back to the organization, having in mind the usage of AI within the whole organization or by leveraging specific scenarios. Nevertheless, where I would like also to draw your attention is mainly the point that AI is all across the platforms. It's not only about Dynamics, it's also in M365, as we will discuss briefly on the upcoming slide, but also within CRM and ERP. And here you may see all the possible scenarios which we may have across different solutions within D365, which is amazing because you need always to have in mind that this is not the case with our competitors. And this is something which we need to have always as top of mind as main key differentiator for our pitch regarding D365 platform. Another point which is also very important and critical is how we can unlock the value of Copilot, not only when we're talking about specific modules of D365, but mainly how we can leverage additional Copilots provided by Microsoft, like let's say Copilot for Sales or Copilot for Service, and one more which was introduced quite early this or the previous month, I don't recall at the moment, Copilot for Finance, where mainly what we can do is, even if we have a customer who is using a third-party CRM or a third-party ERP, and we would like to unlock additional efficiencies and provide more productive engagements for their employees, then what we can do is mainly to leverage this Copilot in order to integrate with these specific third-party applications. If we are talking about CRM, it might be for sure Dynamics, but again, it might also be Salesforce. Or if we are talking about ERP, for sure, first priority would be to discuss about D365 Business Central or D365 F&O. Nevertheless, it might be also SAP, where we can also leverage this type of copilots. Therefore, the main key point here for you as partners is mainly how you can adapt your business in order to be able to adjust the AI capabilities and the AI advances which Microsoft provides based on depending on the questions you may receive from the customers. For instance, if we start with the first point, we may see some concerns related to AI capabilities or how we need to change our strategy and so on. And this is valued services for you. These are additional services which you can provide in order to be able to support, let's say, customer around AI advisory, or when the discussion goes to how we can ensure that we are using correct Copilot. Again, a readiness assessment might be the case. Or if we go to the last one, how we can even get more from Copilot. Here we're talking about additional assessments from your end regarding accessibility And this is for sure something really critical for a partner to be able to expand further the capabilities within an organization and for sure the provided services. So based on that, my key consideration for this discussion, and I believe that our colleagues from Companial will underline and discuss further on our next topics, it's mainly to have three main pillars in our mind. The first pillar is related to existing customers and how we can make them feel more confident around AI, how we can help them adopt a Copilot by leveraging their current investment in Microsoft business applications, and apart from that, how we can also increase usage. So the first point is to reconnect with the customers, create upsell opportunities around AI and not only, also around other solutions of Microsoft Business Application portfolio, and for sure stay connected with them in order to excite them about these specific engagements and these specific technology trends which are so fascinating like Copilot. The next point, the next pillar would be for sure our prospect customers, where again, we need to leverage AI as a key differentiator for the platform in order to help them understand, not if not in phase one, but in the upcoming phases of a project, how AI could be an assistant, let's say, co-pilot for their daily tasks, either through readiness assessment or advisory services provided by you as a partner. And the final pillar, which I believe that it's also really important, is when we can leverage Microsoft Business Application portfolio. And here we're talking mainly about these extra copilots and the extensibility which you can use by leveraging Microsoft Copilot Studio in order to be able to extend the capabilities of our new customers, or if we're talking about install-based customers, in order to be able to excite them about the capabilities which Microsoft can provide around integration and for sure the ability to connect with third-party application, again leveraging the collaboration capabilities which Microsoft ecosystem can provide. Therefore, in a nutshell, I would like to close mainly underlying 5 main points. Apart from the percentages, which are very good when we're starting a discussion with the customer in order to convince them about the technology, we need always to bring into the table the main pillars. The first one related to AI Copilot and how this should be easy included in premium SKUs with no additional cost, meaning that customers who already have it can start using that. The unified approach in terms of data, which is also critical because we have a single source of truth for our data. So that's also very important because the data flows, and this is really important in terms of architecture. How we can provide a comprehensive approach in terms of CRM and ERP within the same platform, including also low-code tools, collaboration with seamless integration with other applications coming from Microsoft like Teams and Microsoft 365. And finally, the extensibility, which is again a key differentiator where we need for sure to easily configure and extend the capabilities of our solutions following either industry trends or very specific customized approach, leveraging again a standardized solution provided by Microsoft, referring to Power Platform. Thank you very much for that. I would like to ask Germantas to proceed to the next part of the discussion. I will stop sharing here, and for sure, if there are any questions, I will be around to discuss it further. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Georgios. I really much enjoyed this last slide, which was like a picturing overview of the benefits of just general Microsoft business applications. Therefore, it's a really good, I would say, snapshot which each partner should have when discussing and trying to explain the cloud benefits to the customers if they are considering why they should go towards the cloud versus maybe on-premises, or why they should transition to cloud. So anyhow, we are continuing because, Copilot and AI technologies is, kind of you cannot be hiding under the stone and somewhere. It's impossible to hide from AI anymore. Therefore, we are also going to talk about, and Eimantas is going to present how Companial is able to support different type of partners within this journey and how to make the first steps towards it. Therefore, Eimantas, thank you for joining, and please take over.
Yes, definitely. It's not possible to hide under the stone from AI, and you really need to leverage on these opportunities. Really perfectly presented by Georgios. I just will go a bit more deep into these opportunities and how each partner can really work with these opportunities and take, let's say, some benefits and also grow the market in this field. So one of the most important things, I think, to really try adopting Copilot is to really know your role and opportunities for you possible as a partner, and actually evaluate your capabilities, what you can do, what you can do in the future, and what is the most appropriate way to move forward adopting this technology. So starting from the system integrators and value-added resellers, I think the key role at the moment in the market for them is to grow the market, not, let's say, only in the financial perspective, but also the understanding of readiness for the customers on adoption of this technology. So the first step or the first task is basically build this awareness and readiness, as Georgios perfectly mentioned, to allow our customers to understand that basically Dynamics business applications are the first business applications and probably are the only ones who are using generative AI as built-in features, as out-of-the-box features, and it's a really good differentiator for allowing your customers to choose Dynamics business application instead of other. So, and talking about as a different differentiator, Copilot, existence of Copilot can help you to drive sales, to attract more customers, but also allow existing ones to make that decision to migrate to newer versions, to migrate to cloud, as Copilot is available on cloud only. So it's also really important, and the factor that needs to take into account then discussing about Dynamics. And this, let's say, helps you to build a pipeline of sales. And of course, then after building the pipeline, you want to, let's say, make this pipeline work and scale the sales, make the sales. And of course, you can do that by selling M365 Copilot licenses and also custom Copilot that was introduced by Georgios, Copilot for sales or Copilot for service, as a separate SKUs and basically integrate into the stack of the systems used by customers. And of course, for Dynamics applications, Copilot features and capabilities are integrated into the current licenses. Even after the selling, what is important with this, let's say, new technologies such as AI and Copilot, customers and even end user will need trainings, will need upskilling workshops, upskilling initiatives to really capture the value and full potential of Copilot using in daily work and daily task what we do with Dynamics business applications. So basically, here is also your part of upskilling and really moving this adoption further and further and faster in the market in terms of AI and Copilot. And after that, we really also encourage going into further discussions with the customers, understanding what challenges we're still facing, what additional features or capabilities they expect from the Copilot for their business daily lives. And this discussion with customers can also lead you to the further opportunities to collaboration with other partners that basically build or maintain the existing products, independent software vendors. And their role now is basically to start building and actually continue already building products with Copilot and AI. This is part of the extensibility, Copilot extensibility framework that was mentioned by Georgios. And basically, the first step for them is to extend their Copilot to their solutions by using plugins and connectors. So basically, that the existing Copilot can take and understand data and your solution's capabilities when end users are using these Copilots. The next step is basically what ESVs can do is basically build these Copilot features. There is, for example, for Business Central, there is dedicated AI toolkit for developers to build Business Central native Copilot features. And you can really leverage these toolkits to enhance your extensions and add-ons or custom solutions that are built now and make it more appropriate in the dynamic market. And the next step, you can also use tools delivered by Microsoft to build your custom copilots that are custom specialized intelligent assistant. We know that a lot of partners have very specific market, industry, certain type of group customer knowledge, and this knowledge can be converted into the specific copilot that can be used as a separate product offering for the customers. And the last opportunity here for ESVs are building AI-first apps. Really now a lot of possibilities, tools, infrastructure is possible to be accessed via Azure AI services. And here you can use these services to build standalone intelligent applications that are basically powered by AI. So this is the, let's say, full spectrum and potential steps that each of the partner can take to really use the AI. And now I would like to go a bit more deeply what is the sense, why ESVs or custom product developers should really use this Copilot extensibility framework or opportunities to their solution, why we should try to adopt this AI technology for their solutions. So for that, I think there are 4 key value pillars that can be try to be reached. So the first one, this Copilot extensibility can help you as a custom solutions developer to capture new revenue streams, to basically by connecting to Microsoft Copilot ecosystem. So in this way, you can get a new channel of customers accessing your solution or accessing the data your solution can provide. You can create new features using Copilot technology. As I mentioned, there is a possibility for each of dynamic solution, and you can sell these features as a premium, as additional tier features for your customers. And the last one, as I also mentioned before, build the custom Copilot, have additional SKU in your product line, and also leverage new revenue streams that are possible having this new type of products. And the second value, what can be pursued, is a new unique customer experience. So basically, you can build like Copilot experience in your apps, introducing features, introducing intelligent chatbots into your apps, and it will change how end users are interfering with your systems, because we can use natural language to basically do the daily task using your solution. And you can also connect to the Microsoft and Copilot customer specific data. And for the end user is seamless experience, whatever we use, custom solutions, Microsoft based solutions, etc. So The third pillar is very related to new revenue streams, is the new markets. You can enter these new markets by connecting to Microsoft Copilot ecosystem. As I mentioned before, you can build AI-first apps basically, and with extensive knowledge how to build AI-first apps, you can have new type of customers, enter new industries, new markets, etc. And the last one, what I want to mention, what is very important, that there is tools, incentives, infrastructure to really move fast, adopt Copilot and AI in general technology, and go to market first. So everything what is basically needed to test your idea, to build the MVPs or proof of concepts, and then deploy the full working solution are available as SaaS on Azure AI. And then, of course, we can help you with our capacity and expertise in Dynamics business application, and also with Azure. And now we are having a dedicated AI team and Copilot team to really help you as a Companial partner, as a member, to really start being a crucial part of this AI journey. And moving to very practical questions, like how to start. So I know now the opportunities for different roles. I know what are the values if I start. So how to start? So first, you need to really know the customer challenges they are facing in their daily work with your solutions, with your systems, or in, let's say, business applications in general. Then you need to define the potential solution, how these challenges can be solved, how important these challenges, and how, let's say, valuable the solution can be for your customers. And after knowing the challenges, finding the right solution to solve them, of course, you need to select the most appropriate way, tools, infrastructure to build the solution. When you have these three things defined and really know by heart, of course, you start building. Again, we understand as Companial that it's easier to be said than done. So that's why we really trying to help our partners from every step of this journey. So from the very idea of what you want to do, we can also inspire you, show the examples. So show you what is possible. We can also help you to define the potential solutions, and also move into validation and development stages. So basically, everything what is needed to start from the very beginning of your AI adoption, of Copilot adoption journey, of enhancing your solution with AI. We are really ready to help, to support in every step. And we truly believe that by infusing AI technology into the custom solutions, you can have very tangible benefits of adding value to additional innovative value to your solution, differentiate in the market, and also, as I mentioned before, create new revenue streams, enter new markets, really start working in bigger and more innovative scale of showing your solutions for the market. And just to shortly to end up, so this is the full scope of our service, what we help, how we can help for the partners to really adopt and use Copilot and AI stack into their solutions. And what I want just to highlight today is basically the first part, and envisioning and scoping what we do with partners. So it's type of workshop what we do together with the partners, and with the key goal is to define most valuable use cases for your specific solution and enhancement with AI. So this workshop is basically consists of 4 phases. We try to inspire first, ideate the potential solutions, prioritize them, and define the selected ones. So basically, again, we start by leading and inspiring showcase of AI use cases. Then we discuss the challenges your customer or your business is facing. We try to brainstorm the potential use cases identification and potential AI stack, what and which tools can be used, what infrastructure is needed, what are the risks, what are the limitations. And what is very important here, we try to assess and prioritize the challenges, and most importantly, try to find the highest value and the biggest potential AI use cases for your solution. It's very, very important. I cannot stress even more that you start building using AI, there the potential is the highest. Move very quickly, test your ideas very quickly, take several, let's say, weeks or a couple of months maximum to really go to market and see how your customers are appreciating or providing what type of feedback using these AI features. And as I mentioned before in the workshop, we define in the high level the selected AI use cases. So basically, after the prioritization, after the selecting the use cases you want to, let's say, develop and test in the market, we define them as well during the workshop, and then we can move over into the next steps. So this is very shortly from us. I really encourage from my side, sorry. So I really encourage all of the partners to really trying to think of the steps that you can take now. What are the most suitable steps for you, and how you want to take the part of the journey of AI transformation we are facing now.
Thank you, Eimantas, for sharing it. I believe it's very now kind of a practical and very well explained step by step. You covered why, what, why, and how. Just where was missing. So where, I believe it's partially as a joke, but we can deliver that online and on-site as well. We have partners traveling in to our technical center in Vilnius as well. So any format is supported, right? And it's just only thing what is left is for partners really reach out to myself, to Eimantas, and let us know. We will arrange you the workshop and we'll support you during this journey. Yes, and yeah, with that, asking Georgios to get back as we have talked about, I would say, future of the business, what the vision of the business, and basically the future state, what everyone is thinking, and where we are still have to be future thinking and think through ahead what we should plan to do, and where Microsoft is heading, where the opportunities are to scale the business and upskill the services and expand the business portfolio of each partner. Nevertheless, it's always important to talk about the foundation of the business, right? So therefore, we'll maybe shift the gears a little bit back. Now we went to AI, now we are back to basics in a sense. Also, I believe let's use the opportunity to a little bit discuss, where we are today in the market, what's happening around the market, and maybe Georgios, you could, by supporting partners in Southeast Europe, across the region, maybe you could share a little bit more the insights when it comes to the cloud projects. How do you see it? Is it mostly are there many already customers who transitioned from on-premises to cloud, or is it still that cloud projects are mainly covering net new customers? So do you see any trends changing, or where we are at the moment?
Thank you very much, Germanis, for the question. Well, first of all, just to say that to my view, cloud is no-brainer. And I have to admit that the majority of customers, I strongly believe that are convinced that cloud is the way forward because it provides many simplifications. Now, for me, the main challenge is mainly how we can define for them who have not yet selected to move to cloud, or for them who have selected the AI strategy in order to provide them the next era of business applications for sure where Microsoft has a competitive advantage. When it comes to cloud projects, well, first of all, I believe that in our region, the situation is somewhere in the middle. And why I'm saying that? Many customers have already done the move. And a significant number of new customers is coming to Microsoft technology feeling more confident with the strategy which the company has around cloud and for sure around AI. Nevertheless, there are always customers in every country where they are still evaluating their next steps, like let's say if they're going to move to cloud or if they need to wait a bit more and so on. Where I see the opportunity and the tendency is mainly how we can approach them with the right methodology, not mainly focusing on the capabilities of the cloud, but on the all efficiencies and advantages which they can get by this approach, moving the whole infrastructure to cloud and leveraging also Microsoft business application. The main issue is how we can accelerate this engagement in order to be able to proceed as fast as possible.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, and if let's say a practical tip or suggestion is also not to look into one-to-one ERP replacement as an example, right? But just also look into business complexity and business opportunities within the customer to present Microsoft ecosystem and Microsoft platform as a platform of a choice and platform which could support the digital transformation of the end customer, right?
Correct.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. So also, how do you see, or how do you hear from the market in regards of the speed of change? Because definitely, at least ourselves do hear that from the partners that it's a little bit difficult from time to time to keep up to speed with Microsoft. So, what is your impression about this?
Well, first of all, you're totally right on that. In terms of speed, I believe that the first part is related to capacity and resource limitation. And why I'm saying that this is always the case for software vendors and for sure for Microsoft as well, where we have a broad portfolio of solutions. And Microsoft is doing several announcements very often. So the ability to have partners and following all these trends is quite challenging. So the upskilling of our current partners and at the same time the option to be able to add new blood into the ecosystem, either through new partners or by enlarging, let's say, the current teams, this is the main challenge which we have in almost every country at the moment. And why is that? Because we have many customers who are already used to move forward with Navision customer and so on. Nevertheless, when it comes to cloud, you need also to have some more advanced skills. And for sure, when it comes to additional solution outside the ERP, then the situation is even more difficult. Why is that? Because again, you need to have specialized teams certified in the specific solutions or be able to understand the business needs and business requirements from a customer. So all of this create a complexity. And at the moment, what we need is mainly to be able to accelerate the process and for sure support all our partners to be able to have this not resolve the issue of capacity, but be able to address it for sure through our joint engagements.
Okay. So I cannot agree less probably with the complexity as being a correct term to describe what status the partners are at the moment. And in this complexity, are there any specific things what you could point out that partners need to be aware planning ahead?
Well, first of all, if we are talking about, you mean about what? About the topics related to preparing themselves for Microsoft as priorities from Microsoft, or what specific?
Yeah, more or less related to upcoming changes and also importance, not even past changes regarding the competency difference from, legacy competencies going to solution partner designations, how that is playing out. So any maybe few things what partners really, what you point out that the partners are missing out or that they are not focusing enough.
Okay, so this is a multidimensional question, and why I'm saying that because first of all, skilling is critical. Why I'm saying that because currently where we need to focus is mainly on the more advanced capabilities, not only about the ERP-related processes like finance, procurement, and so on, but Copilot needs to be also a part where each partner needs to evangelize to the market. And this is critical and very important for each and every company because through this, Microsoft is also investing a lot and this will continue. So this is a critical point. Apart from that, I think that another very important point is all the new programs, offers, funds available for partners and so on, where several partners are not fully educated. So this is also critical because if you don't know what Microsoft can provide to you as a company, then you are missing an opportunity. And this is something where you need to familiarize yourself better, and for sure you need to ask support. Another topic which is also critical is licensing. And why I'm saying that, because if you don't know, and I know that it's a complex discussion, but if you don't know how to create clarity to your customer in terms of the solutions which they need to implement, then this will be a problematic situation. So this is also something where partners need to pay attention. And for sure, when it comes to designation, this is a very critical point because it gives also visibility within Microsoft when we have a partner who has all these skill sets to be able to deliver the projects. Hope that I covered that.
Exactly. No, makes complete sense. I believe those were very practical, let's say, topics what the partner really, if they don't have the grip on, right? So they definitely need to revisit those topics. And this is basically what Companial is focusing on and can support partners through going and sorting out this complexity moving forward. Thank you so much, Georgios, for this brief discussion, very practical back to foundations. And with that, I'll go through a little bit of a story of how Companial can really support the partners within this complex and not easy journey towards AI technology and towards the modern cloud technologies of business applications. So also, what we currently see in the market still happening too much and too often is that there are too many partners looking over the fence, what's happening there at the stadium, what's happening there in the pitch, what's happening there where the action is happening. And the biggest struggle with that is that the partners who are there enjoying the party, enjoying the game, having the full experience, versus the partners who are standing here and looking over the fence, the gap between the knowledge gap between those two are growing drastically, and the change and this kind of increased speed of change is only growing the gap. The gap is only increasing. Therefore, it's really unhealthy to look what's happening and really don't have a plan or strategy around it. Therefore, we have conducted a survey asking partners from all over Europe what type of challenges they're facing when they are dealing with Dynamics 365 Business. So most of them are explaining that 40% of them saying that the rapid change is too difficult to handle. Many programs are changing, many differences, so difficult to follow, difficult to utilize the best offers what Microsoft is offering, and that's a challenge what the partners are facing. Others, and many of them, as you can see, 74% is saying that they are lack of capacity, so they cannot serve the need what is available there in the market. So it's a good and a bad thing, because it's good that there's a lot of opportunities around, but then if you cannot really serve them, it's not easy to maintain and sustain your existing customer base, and when you also need to address net new customer base as well and net new customer interest. Then pretty much as the first challenge, the many partners are also implying that they have struggles with effective training, with finding the right talents, getting them up to speed, and that making them billable as soon as possible if they are billable resources. So the capacity constraints are also not only from existing availability to address existing demand of services, but also there's constraints from finding the resources who can really help and support to cover it. Last but not least, many of the partners are still also struggling to attract new customers because of the lack of shortage of marketing resources, or the partner ecosystem also is just simply cannot capture the opportunities which are there when it comes to expansion of the different workloads. So those are pretty much the challenges, and both, I need to be transparent that the both partners are facing, and by both I mean the partners who are already in the cloud game, in the stadium, and the ones who are over the fence, looking over the fence, but simply the severity of these challenges are way different. So the partners who are still looking over, the severity of these challenges are way higher. Therefore, for them, it's even more difficult to cover this gap and overcome these challenges on their own and being alone. But at the same time, the situation is not bleak as you think. So what we see that definitely there are massive potential for growth. Just how to capture it, how to sustain the growth, and how to do that sustainably, that's kind of a nice challenge to have. Many of the partners see that expanding in new workloads is the way to go. So including Power Platform at the first place, maybe one of the most natural things, kind of a tap into Dataverse, which is also having now more and more out-of-the-box integrations available with the Dynamics 365 products and other workloads, then followed by artificial intelligence and other areas and other workloads. So it's great to have this opportunity, but the complexity is high, as we spoke with Georges as well. And each partner can be can be successful alone, but also there is an easier route and faster way to be successful as a Microsoft partner. And here we confidently say that the Companial vision and mission and our operations are only focused towards and mainly focused towards business application partners. We only work with Microsoft as a vendor, and therefore we have a mission to empower every Dynamics partner to exceed expectations. That's truly how we live each day. That's how our services and our mindset is spinning all 24/7. And that's where we are focusing the most. And by that, the mission is supported by our vision, where we want to have the most preferred partner community and the most professional partner ecosystem worldwide. With that, basically, this is a quick overview on our core workloads and our experience and expertise, which kind of really illustrates my words that we are business application oriented. As you can see, we are covering biz apps, we cover finance, supply chain management, we cover ISVs, we are development center for Microsoft, previously now a modernization center. We have more than 250 employees, and mainly all of them have a kind of wide and deep expertise within Dynamics workload. And if we combine our knowledge, is more than 2,000 years of knowledge. So we have done more than 1,000, working with more than 1,000 partners, done more than 800 upgrades for BC and FNO. So basically, we definitely know when a question comes around business application and dynamics, we definitely know what we are talking about. More on that. So we also are indirect provider for CSP channel and also indirect provider who are able to support partners still for DPL channel as well if required. We are proud to say that we are also part of Inner Circle. So this is a recognition by Microsoft where only top Microsoft Dynamics partners are being recognized. And therefore, we are happily to say that we are constantly working on having partners more informed, up to date, by many different forms, and also be included and inclusive within the community. We also focus on those aspects by showcasing our expertise and knowledge. Just several examples how we are making sure that our partners ecosystem is up to date. We do held by a half year each Dynamics 365 update call for our community members. So each cumulative update and major updates are covered. So we transfer the knowledge, what are the changes, where to pay attention, what's new, and kind of making that very informative from business perspective. We do provide partners constantly with newsletters. We provide constantly updates, what is changing, how that impacts your business, and also what actions you should take. So it's not only the pure information or raw information, raw data, but it's also advices. So what are the steps, what you need to be considering of doing, and what are the best course of action. With that, also on a smaller basis, covering operational part with our partners, sharing the insights and knowledge within our private LinkedIn group with the members, having also for the partners, especially who are focusing on CRM and Power Platform, or the ones who want to build a new practice, we have a special interest group where our colleagues do cover themselves together with Microsoft and other MVPs these topics. So you can always come there and upskill and learn more together with our experts. So this is a short overview and a very quick illustration on how we are focusing to keep our community up to date and informed. Other example, we are proud that we are constantly gathering community together. For example, you can see the first slide is taken in Denmark in the Business Central Development Center in Lyngby, where Microsoft Business Central HQ is there. So that was a private day to our global Companial partner ecosystem, where we had the mini directions event to only our partners of Companial who are working closely with Companial, and presented by all the most senior product managers from Business Central team, and explaining them where to focus, what's happening, what's changing, and what's not changing. Also, we are holding events across the regions. I'll speak about it more about the next regional event in a few slides moving forward. Going back to our technical experience and technical expertise, once more, we are recognized from Microsoft and by Microsoft as a modernization center. So we are covering and supporting partners and support their end customers on guidance, on upgrade assessments across the Dynamics AX and Dynamics NAV, which is, of course, Dynamics Business Central and Dynamics Finance and Supply Chain Management workloads. And of course, not forgetting about the CRM as well. So those areas we cover in multiple ways. We support partners to activate, we are helping on innovate, and we are supporting on move, meaning hands-on support is available, know-how support is available, assessments, reports, other activities what you can accelerate and help to address your existing customer base to move and migrate faster to the cloud in a scalable way and a sustainable way. You can always count on us, and that we will help you to do that. And then once the customers are in cloud, you can use our additional services to maintain those extensions and maintain those solutions. So you could go serve and acquire new customers in the meanwhile. And this is another practical example as part of the AIM initiatives, and as Microsoft is compensating and is supporting partners on delivering AIM assessment activities and AIM reports. So if you don't have the experience, if you don't have the expertise, you can always count on us, and we'll help you to do that in a scalable way and in a fast way to utilize this opportunity. So very practically, how you can really do a cloud migration as part of AI. You can always download a couple of our guidebooks. So if you are interested in it, feel free. We'll share the slides later on. You'll be able to find the links, and the links should be working also now on the screen. Now, moving beyond that and into a lot other practical areas, how Companial is supporting Dynamics ecosystem. So this is more towards and concentrated and focused more towards the Business Central partners. What we've done, we recently introduced Companial Empower solutions. Those are gap-filling industry functions for several industries, which you can then utilize and provide it to your end customers. So as an example, if you haven't had a customer in retail, we have some features available for you, which you can already instantly offer that to your end customers. Be faster to go to market, build on top of these features, which are always sustained and maintained by our team, by our technical experts. And also recently we have even improved and not only improved, but added more features and functionalities to our gap filling solutions for some of the industry verticals. Those are not something what we are trying to compete with our ISV partners. This is only the gap filling solutions where we see that many of the partners are introducing, if they're serving those industries, each partner are building their own solution to cover the same features, functionalities, which are not available out of the box for the Business Central. So why to waste time, why to waste resources when you can do that in more scalable way and more manageable way together with Companial. So inviting resellers who are working with us to utilize their reseller free of charge reseller license to really put their hands on and try out the features, the functions and functionalities. And as you can see, we are providing that to partner and only through partner for a small fee on top per each of the industry. So you can really scale easily and go up to speed to serve more customers with Companial empowered offers. Moreover, just very quickly, tap into another challenge. What we saw is the talent gap. So from us talking to the partners, we constantly see that they don't have a structured approach how to handle their upskilling of the existing employees or even of new hires. So we have that covered for both for developers and Business Central consultants. So if you are looking into good approach how to even start a learning culture within your organization, reach out to us. We'll explain you more about it. It is already hybrid trainings which are available, 2 paths for individuals, as mentioned, for consultants and developers, also for new hires and experienced ones. So you can scale the learning culture within your organization and reduce the churn even of the employees and get a faster ROI on new hires. So definitely we hear a lot of benefits what the partners do see when they start using our Business Central learning journeys. More than that, just to also to tap on very quickly on the NPS part. So Net Promoter Score, we as a Companion are focusing on the partner satisfaction. So in general, you can see some digits here, and at least in our region, in CEE region, we are outperforming our colleagues from other regions. So And you can see some of the comments what we quoted from our recent NPS. Those are genuine comments, just anonymized, saying that yeah, we provide much faster support than sometimes standard Microsoft Partner Center support, to be precise, because we love our Microsoft colleagues, but every partner knows that, you know, if there's some, especially if they have questions regarding business applications, that it's not always easy to get quality and fast support. So on that, you can rely on Companial help if required. With that, my pitch is over mostly. What we are inviting, and I see Augusta is sharing in the IAM window a link. We are offering partners free of charge consultation with our Companial experts with a different variety of topics. Either it's migrations, either it's AI together with Amontas, either it's just simply partnership with Companial information. Reach out and we'll get back to you. We'll contact back to you. So we'll provide a couple of consulting hours there, so we can see how could we support you and how you can become part of Companial partner ecosystem. With that, last invitation, just double check. We are going to do our regional event, in-person event in Warsaw on 6th of June. Therefore, you're more than welcome to travel. We're always talking about business application relevant topics. And yeah, kind of making sure that the things I went through are there and are covered, and the partners are well informed, are able to support their existing and not new customer base and grow their business. Yes, and we are a few minutes over the time, I can see. Did we had any questions? I see the IAM window was a bit silent, so there was a question regarding the slides, which we'll share after the call. Other than that, if no more questions, if you'll have questions, you can post still then into the message window. We'll answer them after the call. Slides and recording will be shared. Then with that, I'm finalizing here. I hope that we managed to inspire you, managed to inform you accordingly, inviting you once more to fill the form, request the consultation, and get in touch together with us. With that, thank you, Georgios, and thank you, Amontas, for presenting. Thank you for participating, and wish you all nice rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye-bye.